Hello, welcome to Crypto News. My name is Claudio and this is CryptoSchain, the channel where I do cryptocurrency news, reviews, demos, interviews, and blockchain games reviews. And in today's video, we'll take a quick look at the crypto market on CoinMarketCap just to see how the prices have been doing in the last while. And then we'll get straight into the news to talk about South Korea implementing a tax system for cryptocurrency holders. How will that impact the South Korean population? So many people have been bullish on crypto since 2017 over there. How will that impact them? Will they feel that in a negative way or in a positive way because the government actually cares about crypto more? Maybe it's something positive. So we'll talk about that. And then we'll also talk about Deutsche Bank, a German bank, who's actually thinking that cryptocurrencies may eventually replace fiat by 2030. So that's amazing to hear from a bank, and banks have been known to be funding cryptocurrencies, all of a sudden thinking that they're going to replace fiat. So why is that? Could it be because it's digital? Could it be because of the security? Who knows? And finally, we'll talk about Lithuania creating the world's first crypto collectible coin to back a special asset. Not to replace their fiat currency, but to back a special asset. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. But let's get straight in and look at the prices. So as we can see on CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin is trading at close to $7,600, down only 0.09%. Ethereum 150, so not too bad there, right? It did go up to like 7,600 and came back down to like 7,300. So it's playing around that area for quite some time. We were thinking that it may go down further, but because it broke that barrier of 7,400, the resistance, it could mean that we may hold above this price of 7,500 for quite some time. Who knows, right? And let's have a look at Neo trading at $9 and Ontology 64 cents. It's kind of gaining traction now, but it is in 25th position. So let's see who the biggest winners are, and that's Energy, $2.70 up 13.18%, Horizon and Algorand. And let's have a look at the biggest losers, and that Mind OL. I'm not sure who they are, but it looks like a pump and dump. And I think it's just dumping because they've only got 4,913,000 in volume. And Engine, who have actually pumped a lot to like 10 cents not too long ago, down 8.7%. The normal market retracement. If you think something's going to go up so much, don't think that, right? It's going to come back down. It's normal market retracement. It's expected, but nevertheless, Engine's an awesome project. And I'm sure many people are actually eager to get in on this dip, especially people that have been trading, right? They want the dip. They're waiting for that dip. And let's have a look at the news. So South Korea plans to tax crypto gains. The South Korean government wants to start taxing residents' cryptocurrency related profits. So only the profits, right? Not the holdings. That's pretty good, right? The country's Ministry of Economy and Finance is pushing for the measure to be implemented next year. Local news outlet The Korea Times reported that on Sunday, citing government resources. Related discussions have been taking place. The revised bill will be drawn up by the first half of next year. So that's when we'll finally find out. And South Korea may actually be one of the first to start accepting cryptocurrencies. Who knows? Because when you get this kind of tax system implemented, maybe you'll also become more embracing towards the technology, right? Because you believe that this asset actually means something, right? They started charging all these exchanges in South Korea like Upbit and also BitHump, and now they're taxing everyone, right? So maybe they will actually start accepting it as a payment. You never know. It could be that, right? It could be some bullish news. Now, the government is reportedly seeking to levy capital gains tax on cryptocurrencies regardless of the bill's passage. To that end, the government will need to have a precise definition of cryptocurrencies and decide how it will tax crypto gains. So they haven't decided yet, but I wonder if they're going to follow the American system. I just hope they're not going to tax people on crypto trading, because that would just mean a lot of work for them, to be honest, to try to generate all those transactions. But maybe they will, who knows, right? Because there are people that do this as their full-time job. So I don't know, maybe they'll be taxed differently. And also, just before I move on to the next piece of news, last month Ukraine also proposed a draft bill to tax crypto gains. If the bill gets passed, the European country will levy an initial 5% tax on crypto gains for the first 5 years. Post that period, the standard rate of 18% could apply. So 5% is not too bad, right? But 18%, it's quite high. So let's move on and talk about Deutsche Bank, which is saying that crypto could replace cash by 2030 as fiat system looks fragile. So they do admit that the fiat system looks fragile because of decades of low labor costs and inflation. So inflation is one big factor, right? Crypto, however, needs to become legal in the eyes of the governments or regulators to become widespread. Cryptocurrencies have the potential to eventually replace cash, according to new research from financial services Deutsche Bank. Now, in the Imagine 2030's research report, Germany headquartered Deutsche Bank said that cryptocurrencies may have been additions rather than substitutes in the finance world thus far, but the next decade could change that as regulatory hurdles get passed. So we'll have to see, right? We'll have to see. I mean, which cryptocurrency is it gonna actually replace the fiat system? Is it really gonna be Bitcoin with the Bitcoin Lightning Network? Perhaps, but the governments don't actually like Bitcoin because they don't have control over it. They want something which they can control. So they probably like something like Ripple more because they can control it, right? So who knows what's actually going to happen, but we're seeing like China creating their own cryptocurrency as well. Who knows, maybe Germany will decide to create their own cryptocurrency. And it could be that they're using Bitcoin as a way of reference to actually create their own cryptocurrency, their own local state cryptocurrency. And maybe the euro is going to die out, maybe the dollar is going to die out, and we're going to have a cryptocurrency in every state, in every country. Who knows? Because I don't believe that they're going to like to have one global cryptocurrency, although that would be awesome. I mean, they could just use Bitcoin, but because they have no control over it, it could just mean that every country may create their own cryptocurrency, and banks are really looking at the tech. So if you check out this article, again, all the links can be found in the description of the video. You'll see they're talking about that here, right? With many people predicting that the end of cash is going to come, right? Everything's moving towards digital. Less people are using cards. You're seeing that in more Scandinavian countries, for example. They'll look at you like a bit oddly if you're paying with cash. But in countries like Spain or Portugal, for example, or even Italy, most people use cash, and also in Eastern Europe. It is how it is, right? A lot of them don't want to declare their funds. That's how it is, right? They're doing all these things, you know, to try to get cash, and then they don't declare the funds. They don't declare the cash gains, and you're seeing cash payments in a lot of places at the moment. So that's how it is. Will this end? Who knows? And will that actually help with tax evasion? Because that's one concern that many actually have, except for guys like John McAfee, of course, who are against taxation, right? And I mean, who wants to pay tax? If it was possible, nobody would want to pay it, but it is a necessity if you think about it, because you do get benefits, like for example, healthcare and things like that. I know there are countries that offer a really bad healthcare system and you're paying a lot of tax, but in countries like Spain, for example, the healthcare system is very good. So being taxed is not actually a bad thing, right? Because when you need to go to the hospital, you are actually covered, not to mention the pension and all that sort of stuff, but that's arguable, right? Pension, I mean, they keep increasing that. It could be that in a few years, you're going to need to be 8 years of age before you can claim your state pension. So I think many people see crypto as a private pension investment, which will give them better returns, to be honest. And finally, let's talk about Lithuania to offer world's first collectible crypto coin in 2020. Lithuania, which is trying to position itself as a financial technology hub for startups, will offer the world's first crypto coin for collectors in the first half next year. The central bank said Monday that it will release a digital coin dedicated to the Baltic nations' 1918 Declaration of Independence. The bank's eShop will offer 24,000 collector tokens based on blockchain technology. The coins won't enter into circulation and won't be legal tender. The project will provide the central bank with experience of digital currencies and will test blockchain-based services in the financial sector. So here is the key phrase here, and this may mean that of course Lithuania may also want to create their state-owned cryptocurrency just like China by using this as a test method. So they're hyping this specific coin, the collector's coin, just to create their own state-backed crypto. And I'm not saying that they will, but it's just kind of my suspicion, right? Why else would the central bank want to do something like that? They want to get those blockchain services in place. They want to be one of the first in Europe to do it and to adopt it, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it from today's video. Again, let me know what you think in a comment below. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you're new. See you in my next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.